Hey folks, Jason Palliser here. In this video, for all you investors out there, we're going to be talking about working with FSBOs, okay, for sale by owners. So I want to lay the foundation of some different things to consider so that you can start attacking for sale by owner properties, because there are opportunities for you to be a solution for homeowners and make money. But start thinking about it with a few different wrinkles, okay? Adding a few different things to the mix here to win this game. I'll start by saying this, which I always do. When we do a full 2-day blueprint and we teach you 30 ways that we attack and grab off-market properties from motivated sellers, 18 of the techniques that we teach you are free. You don't have to have a big budget to do this. And one of the things we do is we talk about for sale by owners. Okay, so some things to consider though, so that we can plant these seeds in your brain so that you can attack this the right way. Do it yourself. I always say do it yourself first and then delegate to others if you want. Is this attacking for sale by owners online? Okay, again, free technique, costs you $0. All it is just time invested to start finding ways to be a solution for people that are trying to sell their house without using a realtor. So the beauty of attacking for sale by owners is that there's no realtors involved that are telling people this is what you should get for your house in the marketplace. So now it's an opportunity for you to attack them the right way and connect with them and be a solution for them, right? And by the way, if you like the content that we're doing, don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell so you're notified every time we drop good content, and then put some comments below and please, by all means, share this. The more that you guys do that on your end, the more that we're going to continue to drop good content on our end. Okay. So now for sale by owners, a couple good places is you can obviously attack. There's websites strictly for sale by owners that you can hit, and you can just Google it and find it easily. I'm not going to waste time doing that. But on Zillow, obviously there's for sale by owners, and then on Craigslist. I'm going to start with Craigslist because I know if you're listening at home, I already training 25,000 investors. I already know what's going on upstairs in your brain. Well, Jason, I've been taught by the gurus to do X, Y, and Z, and I've gone on Craigslist and I did it 15 times in a row, Jason, and it's all just other investors and wholesalers on Craigslist, and that's it. Really? That's interesting. I know that to be BS, right? Because when I get hired by a hedge fund that needs to do 1,000 homes in a city in 72 months, and they need to average 20, 30 homes a month, we don't ever miss a deal in the online space. Out of 30 techniques, there's 2 or 3 online techniques. I'm teaching you a couple of them here right now, but we don't miss those deals. And I know that in 365 days, there are plenty of good deals on Craigslist for sale by owner. It's just that you don't have any protocol in place to systematically do it and grab those opportunities, right? So let me just peel back the curtain and start with the first one, the first myth that I need to bust for you on Craigslist regarding for sale by owners. Are you going to run into a bunch of other investors? Yes, you are. Okay, so are you going to run into a bunch of other investors that are putting properties out there? Yes, you are. But here's what I need you to know and understand. If they've got a property out there and some other investor worked hard to find or uncover a deal, good for them. Does that mean that you can't work with them? This is what drives me crazy. That means it's still out there and available. That means they haven't been able to do anything with it yet. So what I would tell you is this, is that as you start to attack things that are out there on Craigslist that don't have a realtor, yes, you're going to find a lot of other investors, but here's what I would do. I would start cultivating those relationships to joint venture with them. Okay, so listen to what I'm saying. If you've watched our previous videos, go stand in the CEO corner for 2 minutes and go back and watch our other videos. We talked about cultivating good cash buyers in every zip code. Okay, so what I mean by that is this. If you guys hear in the background a little bell going off, that's my lead generation button that keeps going off. So I'm glad it's going off. That we've had 3 leads while I've been doing this video, which should tell you something. Now, having said that, work with these investors. Here's why. They haven't sold it yet, and here's what you need to do. If you've watched the other videos, we showed you how to find the best cash buyers in every zip code you choose. We gave you 2 monster tips on that previous video. So if you're cultivating some of the best cash buyers who will pay the most in your city, and an investor has a for sale by owner on Craigslist and it's still there, which means it's not gone yet, they're running out of time. They don't have an infinite contract. So connect with them and ask if they want a JV so you can joint venture with other investors. Take their hard work and match it together with your good cash buyers. Okay, take their hard work, match it together with your good cash buyers that you cultivated, and start doing deals together. So that's just one little piece of Craigslist that I'm talking about right now. Of course, you're going to run into other investors, but again, I need your brain to look at this correctly. If you see something on Craigslist, it means it's still available. I repeat, if you see something on Craigslist by another investor, it means it's still available. They haven't been able to disposition that property yet. So as a pro, which we're molding you into, you can attack that for sale by owner that's been locked up, meaning no realtor involved. Don't shy away from those. They haven't been able to do anything with it yet, so connect with them and do a joint venture with them. If you need help on the joint venture, put comments below. Myself, my wife Jess, Mike, Jason on our team, Alyssa, Pat, you name it, we'll help you with all that stuff. All you gotta do is raise your hand and ask for help. That's not hard for us. If you need a joint venture contract, just ask for one, folks. That's why you're here. Okay, so that's one thing you can do is start connecting with investors and joint venture with them. Watch our other video on how to find the best cash buyers, because if you have people that'll pay more than what they're offering right now with your own two eyes on Craigslist, then you win that game. Okay, so that's one thing to do. Secondly, you want to hit Craigslist and talk to the for sale by owners and see if you can be a solution for them. Say, hey, I'd love to see the property, set an appointment, do it virtually, walk through over the phone, see what they're doing. I'm not going into negotiations here on this particular video because we've shot some other stuff that you can apply and I don't want to waste time doing that. But it's a good place to talk to for sale by owners. Okay, on Craigslist, you'll see plenty of them. Stop searching in the zip codes on Craigslist and saying, I haven't seen anything 2 days in a row, so I'm not going to do it anymore. It's a waste of my time. No, it's not. I already know in 365 days, you can uncover, and just on Craigslist alone, close an extra 6 deals a year, 7 deals a year. Okay, that's a half a deal a month. So attack for sale by owners on Craigslist. Secondly, I said, do the same thing on Zillow. Okay. So we want to attack for sale by owners on Zillow and try and be a solution for them. Now, here's where I teach you a little bit to be different. So hopefully I've established that on Craigslist, talk to those investors and joint venture with them. Watch the other video on 2 good things that we do to find the best cash buyers and zip codes. And now apply these 2 things that we taught you together and you'll start closing more deals. Okay. But having said that, how do we approach them? We want to approach them. Didn't I say that I'm going to infuse into your brain to do this a little bit differently? So how do we approach these for sale by owners and do it differently? For sale by owners, they have a number that they want, right? You as an investor want to try and beat them down on price and get a better deal. You know, that's your job to do it. And that just takes better negotiation skills. Again, we've got other stuff shot on that. But having said that, here's an approach to take that's a little bit different than what everybody else does that we know. In fact, we just did a 2-day blueprint 3 weeks ago. And I'm telling you, 48 hours removed, we had some of our blueprint clients that implemented the strategy immediately because we told them to do it twice a week for 15 minutes at a time. And they're like, hey man, I've got several appointments and I think I got some deals lined up. This isn't hard. So here's where we want you to approach this a little bit differently. Start searching in your area, searching for sale by owners. What I would tell you is this, a couple different nuances here. You've all been taught by the same dang gurus, which drives me insane, that 70% of this value in this area minus repairs, and I'm going to make my offer. If I don't see anything that fits that, then I can't do it. Then I'll just move on and do a different technique or go get a vacant list. Are you kidding me? Go 10 grand, 15 grand, 20 grand, what you would normally pay in that area that you would consider to be a deal, and start talking to them because those people sell too, right? A couple things happen. Now you're not competing against as many investors because they're like, I'm searching at this number so that if I see anything, then I'll grab that. Do that first as low-hanging fruit, but then raise your price point a little bit because now you're not competing with other people because those homeowners are going to sell too, okay? Because now we're going to approach it a little bit differently. So hunt a little bit above your buy price. So now you're eliminating a lot of your competition, which is what our blueprint clients did. And they're like, dude, this is working like a charm. Okay. So that's 1. 2, now go into battle knowing what the outcome will be. And here's what I mean by that. Instead of you still make a cash offer that makes sense to you, say, hey, I'd like to talk to you about making a cash offer in your house. Would you consider a cash offer? Ask questions that you already know the answer to. They're like, sure, I'm trying to sell it. So think about this. You're asking questions that you already know the answer to. I'm trying to make your life easier when you're having a conversation. Okay, cool. I'd like to make a cash offer on it. Now just make a cash offer that makes sense to you. So like your normal investor, your normal numbers that you run, they're going to tell you no. It's fun going into battle knowing what they're going to say to you. Well, no, I need a higher price than that. That's fine. We do a lot of deals in this area. This is kind of typically where that we're at on when we buy houses in this particular area. So they're going to be like, okay, well, I need a higher price. So would you like a cash offer? Sure, I would. Known answer. Knowing the answer ahead of time. Hey, knowing that they're going to tell you no ahead of time. Well, here's where I'm going to be on price. And here's the funny part. Sometimes they say yes, and now you have a deal. So you're welcome if you start doing this the way that I'm teaching you to do it. But then secondly, they're probably going to tell you no. And here's where we're different. Tell them, hey, if you would like, look, we don't, technique here. Hey, if you'd like, we'd like to help you. We don't buy every house, but we do try and help everyone that we talk to. So I just appreciate the fact that you're not using a realtor to save money. So I appreciate the fact that you're not using a realtor to save money. If you're interested, I'll help you market your home for free to multiple different real estate websites for free. And all I ask in return is that if anybody else ever needs help whatsoever, property that needs work, that you think of our company first and recommend us. And if we help you find 4 or 5 buyers for your property, you can only sell to one of them. I'd like to work with the other 3 or 4 or 5 people. And the reason you do that is this, folks. You're trying to help them. I went into the conversation knowing that, yes, they'll say yes to a cash offer. They'll say no to my lower cash offer. It's expected. Now I'm just offering something of value for free. Now, for those of you at home, Jason, you are practicing a license without a realtor. No, I'm not. 1, yes, I'm not a realtor. 2, I didn't ask for anything in return. I didn't ask for any compensation. I said, I'll help you for free. And people are like, well, you can't do that. And by the way, you can't take a license I don't have. Hey, take your license away if you're practicing without a real. I'm not a licensed realtor. You can't take something I don't have. I'm simply offering to help somebody out for free and put their information on different real estate websites. Now, when we do TwoDay Blueprint, we have software that helps do that. So we show you how to do that with a click of a button. And but you're helping somebody market their home for free. Do you guys get that? 1, you get online exposure because we're going to put our name and phone number on it. So anybody that's interested comes to us. 2, a lot of times what we'll do is if they wanted $100,000, we'll throw it out there at 105. We'll tell them, hey, we're going to throw it out there another $4 or $5 higher because we know people are going to try and beat you down on price and also ask for closing costs. We're just buffering against that. Okay. Now, when we put it out there, if we get 3 or 4 people that are interested, then what we do is we come back to them because maybe we were going to try and buy it at 80. But if we've got 4 or 5 people interested at 105 and we know they want 100 for it, then we'll come back and say, hey, look, I talked to my partner. I talked to my boss. Technique again. And let's go ahead and do the 100. We'll just go ahead and write a contract ourselves to buy it for 100. And then we'll wholesale it to the 2 or 3 people that are interested, maybe get them up another $2,000, let them bid against each other and make $7,000 out of thin air. So why do we like attacking FSBOs? I like going in, knowing that they'll say yes to, would you like a cash offer? Saying no to my lower cash offer. So I know how to do this and the outcome. So there's no stress for me. I know they're going to say no. Sometimes they say yes and we get a deal, but I know most of the time they'll say no. I'm going to offer to be more valuable though and market their home for free. Some will, some won't. Who cares? And the fun part is a lot of them will say yes to go ahead and do that. And then on top of maybe getting some people above that price, now we turn it into a wholesale out of thin air in a house we didn't even have under contract. That's 1. 2, the other fun part is when no one responds, I just flag them for follow-up 2 weeks later and say, hey, we're going to go ahead and refresh your ad, but we don't have anybody interested yet. I'm still interested in my cash offer. And a lot of times they'll say, you know what, just let's do it. Because all I did was follow up 2 weeks later and say, hey, I want to refresh your ad. That's the way to win the game. If you like this, subscribe, hit the bell. We got more good stuff coming. Use this technique. It's free, folks. Get after it.